For those that don't know, my name's Samantha Harrison. People call me Sam. I've been teaching with Native Strength Revolution for about a year now. This time last year, I was preparing to go to New Orleans for a 10-day teacher training. Actually, COVID hit while we were in New Orleans, and we were just in our yoga bubble and trying to get our certification. We all made it home safely, though, COVID-free, so that's pretty awesome, I think. Today, we're going to do 45-minute beginner vinyasa flow. We're going to go through all 3 vinyasas, just the first set of each vinyasa for those that are taking the training. We're not going to go through them super slow, but just, enough to get the gist of it. And then I'm going to do some arm strengthening, as well as working on our range of motion and mobility. So just a couple of things after we get done with our flows and our balancing poses and standing poses. Practicing nonviolence, ahisma, which is the first yogic principle. And practicing nonviolence can look like a lot of different things. It's going to be presented a lot of different ways. And today I feel like, by working on our strength and endurance, it's going to give us courage to face our fears. Also finding balance and, just anything that you are showing others love and showing yourself love. And I really think that our yoga practice today will help us with that, whether it be, relieving stress, anxiety. I feel like whenever we talk about love, before we can spread it around, we just have to really build it up in here. So that's what this practice is going to help us do. We're going to start with our pranayama breathing, our life force. So if you just want to make your way to your mat, we're going to get grounded down through our feet. I always picture my legs like a couple of tree trunks with roots just grounding down. Maybe you put a little bend in your knee if that helps with your, balance. And just really ground down through your feet, and then kind of visualize it working its way up. So your entire body is just going to be grounded down continually. Right now in Tadasana, or mountain pose. You're going to clasp your hands together, bending your elbows, bringing it right under your chin. And as you inhale through your nose for 6 seconds, you're just going to lift your elbows up. Really filling up with air. And then on our exhale, I'm going to go to the side for you. You're going to exhale through your mouth, making that ha sound with your breath. And as you exhale, you're just going to slowly kind of push your head back so you're looking up, bringing your elbows together. So it's not a back bend. And your eyes are going to stay open. And then again, on your inhale for 6 seconds through your nose, just bringing your elbows up. And then we're going to exhale. Pushing that head back, bringing your elbows together. So again, let's inhale those elbows up for a 6-second count. Really filling up with air. Good job, Sarah. And then exhale. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the top of your inhale, I want you to take a little bit of breath through your mouth like you're sucking through a straw. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly bringing your head back to neutral, hands to heart center, and then down to your side for Tadasana. That time in, that breath work is really important before our practice. It's gonna connect our mind to our body as well as gonna give us energy for our practice today, that pranayama breathing. And that little sip of air that we take at the end of our inhale is gonna strengthen our lungs. So sometimes we forget to work that muscle. So we're gonna start at the top of our mat. Again, rounding down through our feet, just tree trunks for legs here. And we're gonna inhale, sweep our arms up for our first vinyasa, our sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. Just gazing up at your fingertips, really reaching through the hips here. Inhale, tall spine, exhale. We're gonna swan dive forward. First forward fold. You can kind of have your knees bent here. They don't have to be straight. You can grasp on to each elbow, just letting your torso and your head hang here, relieving the pressure off of your entire top half of your body. Meanwhile, your legs are like tree trunks, just really grounded down into the earth. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to send our right foot back for runner's lunge. And your right hamstring is really going to be reaching up to the sky here. You're on the ball of your right foot. And your ankle is right underneath your knee on your left leg. So your joints are stacked properly. And we're going to send that left foot back for a high plank. Now you want to dome out your shoulders here, kind of round them out. And we're going to exhale into our chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Pushing your chest forward. Your shoulders are going to be above your wrists. They're going to be down and back. And we're going to exhale to our down dog. You can walk it out here, alternating, touching each heel to the ground. And your weight is going to be in your pointer finger and your thumb, taking the pressure off your wrists. And we're going to send that right leg back up and through for runner's lunge. This time your left hamstring will be reaching up to the ceiling. You're going to be on the ball of your left foot, your knee over your ankle here. And then bring your left foot up to meet your right for our second forward fold. Then we're going to bring our hands to our heart center, prayer hands. And we're going to round up to Tadasana. Keeping those prayer hands active, pushing them up to the ceiling, grasping our hands together, but releasing that pointer finger. Inhaling, reaching up from your hips. Exhale, drop that head, and take your half moon back bend. So you're gonna squeeze your glutes, take little sips of air as you go back. Inhale, back up. And then we're gonna exhale back to our forward fold. This time we're gonna send our left foot back for runner's lunge. Again, making sure that left hamstring is reaching to the ceiling. Your right knee is over your right ankle. Then send that right foot back. We're gonna go to high plank. Doming our shoulders out here. We're going to, keeping our elbows in, chaturanga, high plank, chaturanga, then up dog. And we're gonna exhale to down dog. Remember, your weight is distributed between your pointer finger and your thumbs. Send that left foot up and through to runner's lunge. Making sure your joints are stacked properly. We're gonna bring our other foot through to forward fold. Hands to heart center, round up. Tadasana. Active prayer hands, keep pushing up. Clasping your hands together, but releasing that pointer finger. Inhaling that tall spine. Exhale, drop that head. Take another back bend. Squeezing those glutes. And going back, try to go back a little further than you did last time. Reaching, little sips of air. Good job, Chandra. Coming up. And that is our first set of our first vinyasa, our Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. We're going to go straight into the first set of the second vinyasa. Inhale, sweep those arms up, reaching from your hips, grounding down through your feet. Exhale, let's go forward. This time we're going to inhale, placing our hands on our shins. We're just going to look up and lengthen, creating that flat back. And then we're going to exhale back to forward fold. This time when we look up and lengthen, our hands are going to stay on the ground. And you can either step it back to high plank, or you can hop back to chaturanga. So just make sure if you hop back, you land in your chaturanga. If you're in high plank, dome those shoulders out. Go to chaturanga, high plank, chaturanga, up dog. Shoulders down the back. Exhale to down dog. Your hips are reaching towards that back corner of the room as we prepare for crescent lunge. So sending that right leg back and through. And remember, your feet are going to be on railroad tracks. They're not going to be in a straight line. So with your right foot, right through, we're going to bring our hands to our hips and come up for crescent lunge. Remember to come back to your breath if you start to get unbalanced. Bringing your arms up. Your shoulders are still going to be down. It's like a relaxed, it's not up here, it's just right here. Sinking down, holding it, hold it. Just focus on your breath here. And then we're going to bring our hands together, releasing the pointer. Bring that left knee down to the ground and release this foot to the ground. Our pointer finger is going to go up and we're going to inhale that tall spine. And on our exhale, bring your chin to your chest and roll forward. Touching your finger to the ground and then coming back up. Inhaling again, a tall spine. Exhale, drop that head back. Take your back bend. Using your left shin to balance. Taking little sips of air. Then come back up, releasing your hands to the mat and pushing back to down dog. Taking a couple of breaths here before we prepare for crescent lunge on our left side. Sending that left foot up, bringing it through. Remember, they're on railroad tracks. Hands to hips, come up. And your hips are gonna be like headlights, both pointing straight forward. Then just go ahead, send those arms up. Sinking down into your crescent lunge here. Focus on your breathing, come down a little bit lower. Good job, Carla. All right, now go ahead and clasp your hands together, releasing that pointer finger, dropping that right knee down. Inhaling that spine tall and straight. And then we're gonna exhale, tuck our chin to our chest. Bring our pointer fingers to the ground and come back up. Now inhale that tall, straight spine again. Exhale, drop that head and take a back bend. Using this right shin to really help balance you. So you're putting your weight in that right shin. Taking little sips of air. Coming back up, releasing our hands to the mat. We're gonna push ourselves back into down dog. From here, you can walk or hop it forward to forward fold. Bringing our hands to heart center, rounding up to Dasana. All right, that was our first set of our second vinyasa, so moon salutation or Chandra Namaskar. Feel free to take a drink of water as we prepare for our third and final vinyasa. So we're going to be again at the top of our mat, grounding down through our feet, visualizing our legs to be tree trunks. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky. And exhale to your forward fold. Inhaling, look up and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. This time when we look up and lengthen, we're gonna keep our hands on the mat. And we're either gonna hop back to chaturanga or step back to high plank. Doming out those shoulders. Chaturanga, high plank, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale to down dog. All right, so as we prepare for warrior three, we're just gonna take that right foot up in the air, bring it through to our hands, and our left foot is going to spin out to the back wall, and we're just gonna windmill our arms open, sitting down in our warrior pose. Looking over your front fingertips, gazing over your back fingertips. Go ahead and open those palms to the wall in front of you. And we're going to tilt into triangle. Taking some breaths here, reaching your fingertips up and your fingertips down. Keeping our arms active, looking up at our top fingertips. Couple more breaths, really putting that weight in the outside of your left foot. Let's windmill our arms back down to the mat, pushing back into down dog as we prepare for warrior three on the left side. So go ahead and bring your left foot up and bringing it through, spinning that right foot out to the front wall this time, windmilling our arms open and sitting down in it. A little bit lower. Gazing at your front fingertips. Good job, ladies. Good job, Liz. Now let's gaze over our back fingertips. Opening our palms and tilting into our triangles. So remember, we're reaching our fingertips down and up, keeping that same distance between our shoulder and our chin. Looking at our back fingertips still towards the sky. Couple more breaths here. Really putting the weight and that outside of our right foot, and kind of pushing our left thigh open with our left elbow. Fingertips still reaching, very active pose. And windmilling our arms back down to the mat, pushing back to down dog. All right, now you can hop it forward to forward fold, or you can walk it, either way. Pray your hands to heart center, rounding up to Tadasana. So as we prepare for our standing poses, if you have a mat or not a mat, I'm sorry, a towel or a strap or a sock, whatever you need. For eagle pose, if you can't grasp both your hands together, you can use one of these. So we're going to ground down again through our feet. Let's see. So if we do need a prop, a strap, sock, towel, whatever, you're going to have it in your left hand. We're going to inhale, bring your arms up, and then on our exhale, you're going to bring your right under your left, and then you can grab your strap, sock, towel, whatever you have. Or if you don't need it and you can just grab your hands, that's great too. Either way. So we're going to bend our legs as much as we can, so that way we can bring our right foot up and cross it over. Now you can use your toes as a kickstand, or if you can, curl it back behind that left calf. Do that. Then we're just going to sit down in it, bringing our elbows down, making sure our core is tight. Our knees are facing forward. We're just going to sit in our eagle pose. Couple more breaths here. All right, slowly coming up. First, bringing our foot down, and then releasing our arms. All right, good job. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other side. So if you did need a strap or a sock or towel, holding it in your right hand this time. Inhale, sweeping our arms up. Exhale, we're going to bring the left arm under this time. And we're going to bend our legs, grounding down through our right foot, and crossing it over. Bringing that left leg over your right, sitting down, bringing our elbows down. Our knees are facing forward. Our core is tight. And then just sit. Taking a couple breaths here. Really balancing. A tight body is a light body. So keeping that core engaged. Couple more breaths. All right, first standing up, bringing your foot down, and then your arms. Go ahead and shake them all out. And we're going to come to the back of our mat. Still grounding down through our feet. She can see me? Okay. Inhale those arms up, clasping our hands together. Again, releasing our pointer finger. Stepping forward with our right foot. And we're just going to make our body into a T. So reaching our fingertips towards the front wall and our toes towards the back. Reaching, reaching. Finding that balance. Coming back to our breath. Good job, Paige. All right, so we're going to come back. Arms still up. Release them. Same thing for our left side. Inhale, arms back up. Grasping our hands, releasing the pointer finger. Stepping forward with our left foot. Inhaling, tall spine. Exhale, bring that foot up. Reaching our fingertips forward and our toes back. Holding, breathing, reaching. Couple more breaths, you got it. And slowly come back up. Releasing our arms to our side and stepping back. All right, so now we're gonna do tree pose. There's a few variations. Whatever one works for you, this is your practice today. You can do it right at the ankle. You can do it at the calf. You can bring it up to your thigh, or you can hold your foot up in your little hip crease. With all variations, you do want to kind of bring your knee out, pointing it to the right side. We're going to do our right side first. You can have prayer hands. You can have cactus arms. You can have a big tall tree, whichever you prefer. So go ahead and come into whatever tree pose works for you today. Wherever your balance is, just honor your body that way. Still want to push yourself if you can, but also showing yourself some compassion if you can't. And it's really important too to find a focal point. So your drishti, just focusing on that, holding your balance there, letting your breath kind of guide you. Making sure your hips are staying straight, your pelvis is not tilted. Go ahead and bring that leg back down. And we're gonna do it on the other side. So whatever tree you had on your right side, you wanna have that same tree on your left. So go ahead and just come into that tree pose, finding your drishti. And taking some breaths here. Bringing your knee out, making sure your hips are straight. We don't have a duck butt. Everything is stacked and aligned properly. Couple more breaths, good job. All right, go ahead and release your foot to the ground. As we make our way to our mats here. So we're just gonna lie down and bringing our soles of our feet together and letting our knees fall open. Going into our reclining goddess pose. And just really focus on your breath here. It's gonna slow down. Preparing for the floor work we're going to do. Take a couple of deep breaths. Through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And now let your breathing return to normal. Just through your nose and out your nose. Letting your palms face the sky, relaxing your shoulders. Your eyes can gently close here. Keeping your teeth apart, but your lips together, relaxing your jaw. Then we're going to bring our knees up. Our feet will meet the earth. And I want you to release that left leg to the ground. So whenever you flex that left foot, your calf will be on the ground. And then you're going to clasp your fingers together. And you're going to grab your right leg 2 inches below the knee, or a couple, it doesn't have to be exactly 2. And you're just gonna pull that knee towards you, really compressing that right side, keeping your shoulders in. And with every exhale, I want you to just pull it closer. Really massaging that ascending colon. I always get them mixed up, just like my right and left. I'm 34 years old, I still get mixed up. Couple more breaths here. Remember, with every exhale, pulling it closer. It's really that compression. Very, very good for our digestive system. If you're a mother, I'm sure you've probably done this to your babies whenever they were gassy. And it's because it works. All right, let's go ahead and release that right foot to the ground, flexing so our calf is touching the ground. Then release it, and then we're going to do the same on our left for our descending colon. Again, I get those two mixed up. So keeping your elbows in tight, making sure your neck's on the floor, so you might have to bring your chin to your chest a little bit, giving yourself a very attractive double chin. With every exhale, bringing that knee in closer, compressing that left side, doing it for our digestive system. I know weekends are a time that a lot of people have trouble sticking to their routines or their nutrition, exercise. We like to indulge on the weekends, I think. It's just, for some reason, maybe we just do it as a reward, for whatever reason. So this is an excellent pose if you did indulge last night. And I'm really proud of you guys for making your way to your mat today to get some movement in on the Saturday. All right, go ahead and release that to the floor. And now we're going to do our core work. So for our core work today, I want you to make a diamond with your hands, just like this, and you're going to put it underneath your tailbone. We're going to bring our feet up, feet flexed, and then we're going to point our toes, and then we're going to flex. So every time we point and flex, we're bringing our legs closer to the ground. And when we get to that point where our core gets all shaky, we're going to do 20 scissor kicks. So for me, it's about right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now go ahead and heel toe your way to the ground. Really quick and easy core work. I love it. I've never realized how important your core is too. All of the good yoga poses, balancing poses, etc. All right, now we're going to show our spine some love. I want you to bring your arms out to a T on each side of you. Bringing our knees into our chest. And then slowly dropping them to our right side. To encourage the twist a little bit more, you can bring your right hand to your left knee and look to your left. Taking a few breaths here. Really showing that spine some love today. All right, now what I want you to do is turn your palms so that they're facing up. And then bring your left palm to meet your right. So you're just going to bring your spine back straight, almost in a fetal position, facing your right side. And then we're going to bring our palm all the way back over to our left side, bringing both of our shoulder blades on the ground. So just going back into that twist, this time from our upper back instead of our lower. And then let's go ahead and bring our knees back to center. And now we're going to exhale, drop them to our left side. Again, if you want to encourage this twist, take your left hand and grab your right knee. And then we're going to look to our right. So looking over our right fingertips here. Couple breaths here. All right, let's flip that right palm up to the sky as well as our left. And we're just going to rainbow our right arm over to meet our left. So untwisting from the top. And then taking it, rainbowing back over. Getting twisted again. Like your auntie's tea. No, I'm just kidding. All right, go ahead and bringing those knees back to center. Releasing your feet to the ground. All right. So this, we're going to do our foot to knee pose. So we're going to bring our right foot to our left knee. And I want you to heel toe your left foot outside of your mat. And then you're going to drop your left knee to the mat. So your knee is going to be lined up with your left knee, lined up with your left hip, with your left shoulder. And then we're going to send that left arm up and rest it on the ground right above our head. Looking kind of like a broken doll here. Taking a couple breaths. Really feeling that nice stretch all along the left side of our body. Couple more breaths here. All right, go ahead and bring that right arm in, bringing that left knee up, heel toe, that left foot back to your mat. We're going to release our right foot to the floor. And this time we're going to bring our left foot to our right knee. And we're going to heel toe our right foot to the outside of our mat, dropping our right knee. And again, you want to make sure your right knee is aligned with your right hip, with your right shoulder. Sending that right arm over our head, resting it on the ground, getting that wonderful stretch on our right side. Couple of breaths here. All right, let's bring that arm back in, lifting that right knee up, heel toeing back to the mat. And we're going to do a couple of, so you can just come to a seated position. I'm going to turn my back to face you just so you can see. We're going to windmill arm circles on both sides, working on our range of motion and mobility. So first you're going to bring your right arm behind you, but it's going to be down behind you. Our left arm is going to be up behind you. So try to reaching those together, grounding down through your sit bones, and then we're going to switch. So just windmilling them to each side. So they don't have to touch each other. We're just really working that mobility here. Making sure you stay even on both sides. Let's do 5 on each side. And let's see, it's our last set. Number 5. All right. So now if you brought your resistance band or if you have a strap, we're just going to use this band to strengthen into a new range. So bringing one arm up and over, one arm down and over, just hooking your hand here because you're going to hold it down with your left, your bottom hand, and you're just going to pull it up. So you want to make sure you're holding it down with one arm and pulling it up with the other. We're going to do 5 pull-ups. And then this time, we're going to hold it up with our right hand, and then we're going to pull down with our left. So this is really going to help strengthen our arms so we can get some new range, maybe for our cow face pose. So we're going to do 3 or 5 pull downs. All right, now we're gonna switch, so we're gonna do it on the other side. So bringing your left arm above you and your right on the bottom. First, we're gonna do pull-ups. So kind of hold it down, depending on your resistance band, and we're just gonna pull it on up. We're gonna do that 5 times. Nice. All right, so this time we're gonna hold it up with our left hand, pulling it down with our right. All right, awesome. So if you have a towel or you can even, a lot of brooms, they'll unscrew from the bottom. You don't have to run and get it. I did want to show you, you can do the same thing with a towel or a stick of some sort, just by pulling up. So you're going to be pulling your bottom arm up. Like I said, you could do it with the towel. A resistance band will strengthen it, but this will work that range of motion and flexibility more. So you can just do it on either side with a towel, stick, or a broom handle even. Let me see how much time we have. Okay, so now we're gonna do one more just to work our arms. I thought this was really good one. So you're gonna bring your forearms down like you're preparing for dolphin. We actually are gonna go into dolphin. So our forearms are down, we're on our feet, and then we're just gonna bend our knees, letting them hover, pushing back up. And bend your knees, hovering over, not letting your knees touch the ground before we push back up. So we're just gonna do that about 10 times. Hover, pushing up, coming down to hover, pushing up, then hovering again, pushing up, couple more times, hovering, pushing up. All right, last time, hover and push up. So those are some really good arm strengthening. There was a couple more that I wanted to show you, but we're kind of running out of time. So maybe the next class I can add some more to it. There's just so many ways to strengthen our arms through different yoga poses. So going from one pose to another. So now I want you to make your way to your backs for our final Savasana. So we're gonna let our feet flop open, relaxing our hips, letting our hands fall open to the sky, relaxing our shoulders, closing our lips, but making sure our teeth stay separated, relaxing our jaw, letting our eyes gently close, and just coming back to our breath. So I think in order to be able to practice nonviolence, we really want to start with ourselves before we can really feeling safe in our own bodies, in our own space, before we can extend that safe space out to others. So they all say, everybody always says it starts with you, and it really does, and that includes with nonviolence. So we're going to do a guided visualization during this Savasana. Just close your eyes, breathe and rest as if you're falling asleep. Let go of all your thoughts and just feel your breath. With every breath, you become more and more relaxed. Imagine a tree, a big tree with a thick trunk and deep roots. Imagine that you have roots going from your legs and feet, going deep into the core of the earth. At the center of the earth, there is a cave. This cave is your personal cave, your safe space. You can put anything you want there, an object, picture, or person that is comforting to you and helps you feel relaxed and safe. Notice the details of the images that come up for you. What are the sounds, smells, colors, and temperatures associated with it? It could be anything you want. Notice what happens in your body as you imagine this. How do you feel safe and calm in your body? What are the sensations like? Do they have a color or a shape? Where do you feel the relaxation in your body? Does it feel like an opening or expansion, like a stream flowing down your limbs? Does your breath get deeper? Do your muscles relax? What does your safe space look like? Wanting you to visualize your safe space, because this week I want you to practice courage by doing one thing daily that you wouldn't normally do. If you're feeling brave, make that one thing something that scares you. If you're feeling really courageous, get excited about the fact that you're scared and you're going to do it anyway. See if you can discern between fear and the unfamiliar. Watch what happens to your sense of self and how your relationship with others might be different because you are courageously stepping into unknown territory. Ultimately, we have just one moral duty: to reclaim large areas of peace in ourselves, more and more peace, and to reflect it towards others. And the more peace there is in us, the more peace there will also be in our troubled world. So do something courageous this week and just know that you will have your safe space within yourself. If you need to visualize what you just visualized, maybe that'll help you with your courage. It's a lot to ponder, a lot to ask of yourselves, but that's how we grow, is by stepping out of our comfort zone. And that's how we get stronger, not only in our practice, within ourselves. So I want you to gently bring movement back to your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, stretching your body long. So reaching those arms up over your head, stretching your toes, trying to reach both balls, just making yourself take up as much space as you can. And then send that right arm above your head, resting it on the ground, and just gently rolling to your right, using that arm as a pillow for your head. Take a couple breaths here in this fetal position. Maybe that was the last time we felt safe, was in our mother's womb in this first yoga pose. Gently push yourselves up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed if you would like. Grounding down into your sit bones, feeling that tall spine, your head reaching to the sky. Shoulders are down and back with your chest open, chin parallel to the floor. And just come back to your breath. Bringing your hands to heart center, bowing in gratitude to this practice and to our bodies and to ourselves for bringing our bodies to this mat, getting this movement in. Namaste. You ladies